My name is Ray Polaro. I'm the Dean of LIU Brooklyn's School of Business, Public Administration, and Information Sciences. We are very happy that you are interested in learning more about LIU. What I'd like to do now is tell you why the School of Business at LIU is special. There are three things that I'd like to point out. The first thing is mentorship. Mentorship not just from academic professors, but also practitioners in the fields that our students aspire to work in. A curriculum that's dynamic, responding to the needs of the marketplace in today's world, and opportunities for engaged learning that bolster student experience and resumes. All three of these things, mentorship, a dynamic curriculum, and engaged learning, lead to jobs. So if you come to LIU to study in the School of Business, Public Administration, and Information Sciences, the types of majors that you might pursue are things in business, like accounting, entrepreneurship, management, finance, marketing, master's and bachelor's level programs in computer science, but also, coming soon, artificial intelligence at both the bachelor's and master's levels, digital engineering, and data analytics. Our public administration and health administration programs are graduate programs that are leaders in the area. In any of those fields, you will have the same access to the mentorship that I referred to. Every LIU student, regardless of what school you're in or what your major is, gets assigned a success coach from our centralized Promise office. Those are people that will help you with scheduling classes, navigating your curriculum, and helping you prepare for the job search. But in the School of Business, you're also matched with a mentor that aligns with the field that you want to work in. And as part of that mentorship, you're put into a program called the Passport for Personal and Professional Development. We do this for our freshmen. It's important that you start preparing for your job search the minute you start college. We don't want you to miss opportunities for internships and successful interviews that happen as early as freshman year. So as part of this Passport for Personal and Professional Development, you're asked to reach 8 milestones. You're matched with a mentor. You review your resume, update your LinkedIn profile, practice an elevator pitch, have mock interviews. 8 steps that you pass before the end of your freshman year. Now, the types of people that will be mentoring you are people like myself. Now, in terms of academia, I'm a little bit of an oddball. I spent 20 years on Wall Street before I decided to get into first becoming a professor and now working as a dean. The places where I worked, top Wall Street firms. Blackstone, the largest private equity firm on planet Earth. I was a portfolio manager looking after a $32 billion allocation to hedge fund investments. But I also looked after undergraduate recruiting for Blackstone. We recruited at some of the top schools in the world, and I bring that experience and that knowledge to bear in mentoring, advising, and training our students at LIU. You'd also be able to meet Assistant Dean Chuck Garcia. When he's not working in the LIU setting, he's mentoring future CEOs at companies like Bloomberg, the Toronto Stock Exchange, and the Bank of China. So you're getting the same type of mentorship as an LIU student that you might get if you were a future CEO. In terms of the curriculum, one thing that's beyond debate at this point is that companies are seeking students, graduates with technology capabilities. So toward that end, we've modified every major in our School of Business to include data analytics. You get some basic computer science, some basic programming, the statistics behind big data analysis, and work with the productivity tools to visualize and understand the results of that analysis. Now, you won't become a computer scientist or a programmer, but you'll have enough exposure that you can comfortably go to an employer and say, I am comfortable working in a technology environment. The last thing I want to talk about is engaged learning. We know that our LIU students are busy. You've got your classes as a full-time student. You may have a part-time job. You've got family obligations, social commitments. So we want to make our activities outside of the classroom as compelling and valuable for our students as possible. So you don't just join a club in our School of Business. For example, our students in finance don't just join the finance club. They become members of the LIU-IF Student Managed Fund, where they get to manage a portfolio of $130,000 that they invest in the stock market. They get Bloomberg certified, They get trained in how to do equity analysis, and then once approved, they can vote on investments in this portfolio, entirely student run. That looks much more like an internship than an extracurricular activity. Our accounting majors, similarly, they get certified by the IRS. They pass 3 tests and can do tax returns for needy families in Brooklyn. So you don't just join the accounting society, you actually become a tax professional. Our marketing students don't just join the marketing society, they are responsible for the social media for the School of Business, Public Administration, and Information Sciences. So you become the director or the co-director of the Instagram feed, the director or the co-director of the Facebook wall. And you can share that content that you create, which is professional content, with future employers. Now all of this comes together, the type of mentorship that you get from day one, a curriculum that's dynamic and responsive to the marketplace needs, and engaged learning opportunities that look more like internships on your resume than they do like extracurriculars. Those lead to job outcomes. So if you come to LIU in the School of Business, expect to be challenged, but also to be prepared and to expect to have the kind of results that you expect from a private education.